Warm greetings to all our listeners. Welcome to another episode of KIIT Legal Services podcast session, where we engage with inspiring voices from the legal fraternity who have not only excelled in the profession but also have devoted themselves to advancing access to justice. This episode is a part of our Legal Aid Awareness Campaign 5, held under the theme Justice Through Awareness, celebrating a decade of service and empowerment, as the KIIT Legal Services Clinic proudly marks 10 years of commitment to social justice and community engagement.
It gives us immense pleasure to welcome our guest, Advocate Prabhu Prasanna Behera, a distinguished advocate, academician, author, and social leader whose career reflects both professional excellence and commitment, whose ideology matches the vision of our clinic.
Mr. Behera practices before the Odisha High Court and the Supreme Court of India, and currently serves as the additional standing counsel for the government of Odisha. He has represented institutions like the Archaeological Survey of India, National Financial Reporting Authority, CISF, CRPF, and several departments of the government of India.
Sir's commitment to public interest is remarkable, from advocating safer idol immersion practices and protecting the Mahanadi Baliyatra grounds to ensuring infrastructure for specially abled children. A scholar and author, he holds an LLM, is presently also pursuing his PhD on the rights and livelihood of street vendors, and has authored 2 insightful books.
He has been honored with the Outstanding Young Advocate of Odisha High Court Award 17 and the Odisha Ain Ratna. Beyond his legal and academic achievements, he is also a Paul Harris Fellow and past president of Rotary Club of Cuttack Golden Star, reflecting his leadership in community service.
So it's an absolute privilege to have you today. Welcome to KLSC, our podcast series.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I am grateful to you for at least considering that I am eligible to address some of your ideas. Thank you so much.
Sir, in one of your recent interviews, you remarkably described pro bono work as repaying the unseen debt we owe to our society. Could you share what this philosophy means to you personally and how it has guided your professional journey?
See, I think I'm thankful to you that you have done a lot of research. So it's a very simple thing which we all should understand. Simple meaning thereby, when we are talking about pro bono as a law student, as a civilian, so we think that something big is there, but it's very simple. As in, I say it's an unseen debt. Why? I'll give an example, then I'll explain. It's not. I don't say it's a big philosophy. It's a very simple learning that everybody learn in our upbringing from our school time till the college time. Number one, let's say the amount of money we have paid in our schools for getting education, the amount of money that I have paid in my college, let's say in a law college, let's say it's X amount, but the education that you are getting and utilizing that education, the amount of money that you will going to be in the field, whenever you are in the field, you will earn is much more than that. Number one. Number two, the amount that you are paying, the institution is contributing or spending a lot more than that, right? When I was in law college, Madhusudan Law College, per year we are paying 12,000 rupees, but the amount that is being spent for our education, the library, for the teaching, for the infrastructure is much more than that. So what I feel, I don't know how far I'm correct, but when I put it in straitjacket mathematical economic terms, I feel that the extra amount that is being spent for me, for which I am earning much more than 12,000 rupees per year, that is my debt, which is not seen, which is not being demanded by anyone. So that is what my unseen debt, which has come from the society, which has come from the citizen of this country who has paid their taxes. So when I earn from out of the education that I have received from the institutions, it becomes my moral duty to repay some fraction of that by any means within my limited sources, within my limited knowledge, so that that unseen debt, which would not attract any kind of demand by anybody, would be repaid to some extent. At least it cannot be put in pen and paper, but somewhere morally we are responsible to to give back to the society from within our knowledge, from within our limited resources. That is what I feel. I don't know how far it is being accepted or criticized, but I feel, and I try to explain this and make it little convenient for others to understand, so that we'll have a better society to live in.
Sir, it's indeed a very noble endeavor that you have pursued, and we do believe in our clinic as well that pro bono services is quite essential in a litigator's life. So just to add to what question Nitisha had put, that how do you think that pro bono work strengthens the very foundation of justice in our country?
Yes. See, when we are talking about foundation of justice, pro bono is not a new concept. It's good that now we are talking about it, like legal aid clinic, like your institution is being promoting this. This is very important. That itself proves that it has a very strong foundation. I am reminded of a doha, kabhi kutum samay, मैं भी भूखा ना रहूं, साधु ना भूखा जाए. Might be some term or some pronunciation might be correct or wrong, whatever. The essence is, what I need this much for which is required for me, plus for my family, plus any guest or anybody asks for an help, genuine help, I should be able to do the justice or help that person. That is what my requirement. Beyond that, if this much is done or being taken care of, then I believe rest I can also contribute to the society. In what way? You ask me to construct a building, I cannot do it because I am not an engineer, I am not an architecture. But you ask me to do a case for a litigant who cannot afford to travel to a lawyer, or cannot afford to pay the court fees, or cannot afford to bear the expenses of litigation. From out of my knowledge, from out of my resources, if I can do that and do it with honor, respect and 100% commitment, then for that person, for that litigant who is seeking justice, and because of some barriers which can be taken care of by you and me, we are doing a lot of things. For us, हमारे लिए बहुत कुछ नहीं जा रहा है, लेकिन उसके लिए बहुत कुछ मिल रहा है. For a single penny or an hour of time from our entire schedule, it becomes a whole world for that person. So that itself individually contributes or inculcates belief in the system. So when we are able to help the litigant, help the citizen, that see, our system is there, legal system is there, we have laws, and to bridge the gap, we are committed to help you out. Then once the guy or the person or the citizen develops that belief, that itself will help in strengthening the foundation. Rest will be taken care of by our infrastructure, legal system, judiciary, legislatures, many things is there. But once the person who in the grassroots level doesn't have the belief, doesn't have that mindset, that he thinks that, oh, I go to Supreme Court, I go to High Court, if I go to a court, I will be harassed, I will have to pay a lot of money, the lawyers will not give us time because I am not a well-to-do person. That time, whatever structure you have, that collapses, that doesn't have any meaning. So by pro bono activities, understanding what is my requirement, I am not here only to earn a lot of money or earn a lavish life. If I understand this, that will directly help the person who is needy in developing a faith, and that faith will strengthen the foundation, and it will be definitely a successful system. And that is what you guys are doing a lot of good work, so I should congratulate.
We were surveying on, like conducting a survey on domestic workers, CMC workers. We came to know that a lot of the women workers were not even getting maternity benefit. Yes. And that was very surprising for all of us to know about it, because we used to think that as a woman she deserves 9 months of or 6 months of break, correct, like correct, we do. Correct. But then a female worker who's working on streets is not getting that. So that was one of the concerns that we could point out.
Yes, one of my friend who is into administration is working and doing a course in Columbia University. Last week we were having a discussion on a project. So I'm a part of that. So we are talking about POSH Act. You see, those sexual harassment at workplace, it doesn't cater to the requirement or the issues of domestic workers. I mean the domestic helps. So this is an inorganized sector, it is always there. So maybe we can work on this and we can ensure that or the students can take up those issues not just in judicial side, we can request the government to have legislation on this. Admittedly, this is inorganized. We don't have structure for this kind of sector. We don't have laws for this, but legal aid camps can work not just for judicial interpretations, but for legislations also.
Sir, shifting to an issue that deeply affects our society, could you please help our listeners understand what exactly we mean by when we talk about honor killing?
Okay, this is something different. So anyway, this is also important issue. Honor killing, if you see in a simple manner, when basically it affects the, it's a gender biased kind of thing, when society has its normal norm, and if you are not fitting into that, then you are criticized. And sometimes aggression comes to that, your ego comes to that, and some person, those who are considering this in the higher strata or little higher, little authoritative, they try to eliminate your thought, and if your thought is so stubborn, they try to eliminate you from the society. Now when I say eliminate means you can go to any extent. That's what understanding, that ends at killing a person. Mostly it is seen when a person is not in terms of marriage relationship, pre-marriage relationship, where the society is so stubborn, they are not open to such issues, they are not open to acceptance of such issues. By putting the societal norms, they are trying to eliminate the new thoughts or new activities. I am not saying it is a good or bad, they try to eliminate, and if the person is very stubborn, they kill it. That is honor killing. Mostly seen in South Asian countries, North American countries, in our country also. So there, this is how honor killing has become an issue, very evil of the society. Yes.
Sir, I'll just, since there are 3-4 sub questions that are attached to this particular section, it's a very broad topic. So sir, in your viewpoint, when we talk about gender based violences, right, we'll move to the next segment. Let me club all the questions for the ease. That when we talk about these kinds of gender based violences, sir, so what do you think is the proper legal framework that we need to adopt with regard to how to address this? And as litigators and as law school and all, and as other clinics that we have, how do we address to these kind of challenges? Because these can be solved at a very basic level. I mean, some of the problems can be solved at a basic level. Some are very extreme, obviously, generations of mind, like honor killing. Yes. It is a generational mindset. It's very difficult to change, but with appropriate legislation, maybe it will take time. But how do we at our level, when we look into these kinds of gender-based violence or gender-based discriminations, how do we address that?
So far as the first question, as Nitish has started this particular issue, so far as honor killing is concerned, we do not have any law, no codified law. Anti-honor killing law is not there. Maybe in recent future we can have it, but that's not there. But clubbing another issue, that gender-based violence is there. We have certain laws like sexual harassment laws. We have in institutional level UGC regulation is there. We have protection of women from domestic violence. We have. So that is second part. Third, I must tell that there is state governments have been advised to establish safe homes for the victims, mostly the females. When I say this, why state government is being assigned to do so, here lot of things are there in your mental level, in the awareness, in this society. When the differences, when there is this lack of awareness, the lack of fellow feelingness is there in the society, this will increase. When I have a feeling of superiority over somebody, then there will be differences. But on the other hand, see, if you will see, we are encouraging equality, but in the field, in my mind, what is going on? Whether what I am studying in the constitution is being actually imprinted or actually changing my mindset. That's important. I was doing an issue where there is a huge issue because that we gave a color of honor killing in one of the states in Orissa, a huge issue. It was there in the newspaper also. Of course, I cannot I can tell you in private, but abhi to nahi bol sakte hain. So there what has happened, because there was a marriage between two persons, one of them is not from the same community and there was a dispute within the community. I said one thing. Now, if I can take certain time, it's very important social message, may not be helpful for Nitish's purpose in the pro bono club. So, I said, what is caste? The big issue, the fight, fire, ghar jala diye the unka. I said, what is caste? In the caste system, it connects to honor killing, that's what I'm saying. It is said, guna karma vibhajitva chatur varnam maya srishtva. From your nature, from your karma, from what you do, chatur varna has been created. So what is that nature? Some persons by nature are very aggressive. They are Kshatriya because of their nature. The same person is doing seva. Let a doctor, same person, having aggressive nature, doing seva. At that point of time, when he is doing seva, he is Sudra, he is serving. The same person coming back and teaching in a classroom some skills becomes Brahman. Because of his nature, because of his action, he is different. So it is not fixed. Now what we have done? We have done because of your surname, because of the parents that you are born to, right? So that is one factor which you need to understand in our Sanskriti, in our culture, how this caste or sects have been divided. It is because of your nature, it is because of your guna. Now, so far as honor killing always connects to this marriage, relationships. Now, next chapter is what law says. Law says Sapinda relationship is not Samagotra relationships are not accepted. If that is there, you can you can protest. You can make him understand. That will reduce it. You don't need to, kill that person, right? So one thing which is important is understanding the roots, understanding the scriptures, where from, in origin, the scriptures are also origin of law. So if you understand, so you have to enhance the knowledge, you have to interact with people, you have to accept the new development. How now see class-based system. Now we all have been told that you study well, you become so and so. Achieve a class. The very moment you achieve a class, then the household says, no, come back to the caste. Sorry, please don't take me otherwise. I am not against anything. I am just analyzing. As social engineers, we need to analyze. A student, a person, let's say at the age of 25-30, till 25-30 has been read well, achieve do a job, do a good, become a good lawyer, become a doctor, become a good lecturer or an academician. That's a class. Once you achieve that, now you are at a marriageable age, you want to get married, then say, no, get married to in the caste. So this is something very difficult. You need to deliberate on this with open mind and open heart. Then only things will be becoming very easy to understand. So that is how I think these issues can be resolved.
But it will take time.
Obviously, it will.
Take time. But
we are very optimistic. We always say that it will take time. But let me tell you, since when we have been, these scriptures are so long, laws are being framed so long, but it will take time. I respect the thoughts. I don't dispute. I respect the thoughts. I said this is one food for thought. It may be criticized. This thought may be rejected outrightly. No problem. But let there be discussions at least.
And for reminding us that law at its heart is a profession of service. So your words truly reinforce our clinic's motto, justice through awareness and service.
Thank you so much, sir. I must say that the kind of attitude a particular lawyer or a law student have, that kind of attitude you can very well witness how Prabhu sir is demonstrating. Being very cool, calm and collected while answering these kinds of critical and sensitive issues, right? And being completely uncontroversial in your remarks, right? That is a skill which we all need to learn as law faculties or as law students. That is something very remarkable about him. And we, on behalf of Legal Service Clinic, would like to extend our sincere gratitude to sir for being available under such a short notice and giving so much of time to us with regard to sharing his opinion, his viewpoints on various issues with regard to legal aid. And thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thanks.
Right? Thank you.
To all our listeners, thank you for tuning in. This episode is a part of our Legal Aid Awareness Campaign 5, commemorating a decade of service and empowerment by the KIIT Legal Services Clinic. Stay tuned for more conversations that celebrate law in its most human and compassionate form.
Thank you so much.